Guys, we're back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about an upcoming winter storm coming up. It's coming up very soon, possibly going to the central plains and then heading toward the northeast, it looks like, coming up. Before we get into the video, we're probably not going to look at Snowfall Totals too much because this stuff will change. Some of it will move north or south, east or west. So don't focus on your location quite yet. It's still quite a few days out, especially for the northeast. So uh, it could change. Um, so let's get into today's video here and get into talk about the snow. So here we are looking here at the alerts here for the US here. We see there are winter storm watches already in effect here, coming from North Dakota all the way down to Iowa into maybe even Illinois. So we are seeing our winter storm watches here for these areas. We also are seeing, it looks like maybe some winter weather advisories or some sort of other alert here for up here in the northeast, it looks like here. Probably flood watch, it looks like here. That's what it looks like on the color there, but I can't say for sure. Looks like we have a storm watch or something right in that area. So yeah, we got some of that going on. Looks like we have some high wind warnings also in effect right now, wind advisories. So we have a little bit going on here. Not too crazy though. It could always be crazier here. It looks like some wind or some flood watches or warnings up in Washington and Oregon, close to those areas. So that's what it's looking like. So most of the video we'll be looking at the models here. So we're going to start off with the NAM 12K here, and we're going to move our way up to the GFS here. So yeah, let's check out NAM 12K as of today. We're not really seeing much going on here for the central US, at least in the southeast. Maybe some mountain snow going on for New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont and New Hampshire. Maybe a little bit of mountain snow, maybe a little bit of snow up here in Maine, but nothing too big going on. See, for the Central Plains, we don't see anything going on at 1 p.m. today. Not much going on here in the southwest, it doesn't look like. Not much going on. Most of our stuff's going on up here in the northwest almost. Some rain showers, looks like, in Idaho, Montana, maybe some snow showers mixed in. Quite a bit of rain maybe for Washington, pretty sure, or Oregon, whatever one it is. Sometimes I always get confused by these two states. And it looks like maybe some snow showers for Canada here. So yeah, let's keep going here to about 6 p.m. today. So about the time probably the video's gonna be out. Maybe a little bit of snow showers here for Minnesota, nothing too big. Maybe some still lake effect snow here for New York near, maybe close to Maine. Nothing really going on for the Central Plains here, nothing really too big going on. Or the Southwest here either, nothing really big going on. Maybe still some rain, snow showers for portions of Idaho, Montana, Washington, or Oregon. Maybe some rain or snow showers still going on, but nothing too big. We're going to keep faster forward here. This is the system we're going to be watching. This next storm system here is what we're watching. That's going to move into the US here, impacting with snow for these areas, and then maybe some of the northeast later on in the week, seeing snow from the storm system, or early next week, this weekend for these areas, possibly in the Midwest. We're going to keep fast forward here. Looks like around 2 a.m. it looks like tomorrow morning. Looks like we don't see maybe a little bit of rain still going on up there in the northwest. Looks like most of the snow though is in Canada, and doesn't look like much for Idaho anymore or Montana. Maybe a little bit of snow showers for Minnesota and Wisconsin, but nothing too big here. And then it still looks like maybe some lake effect snow here for the northeast. We're going to just keep passing forward here until once it starts moving into the US, and we see around 6 p.m. See this low pressure here starting to move into the US. We see quite a bit of snow, some very heavy snow looks like for some parts of Canada, and this is the storm system that's going to come down from Canada into the U.S. here. So we're starting to see a little bit of snow maybe for portion of North Dakota. Nothing too big going on quite yet at this time. So yeah, we're going to keep fasting forward here to about 9 p.m. We start seeing that snow, maybe a little bit of mixture for North Dakota into Montana. We're just going to keep going forward. Around 6 a.m. in the morning, we could be seeing some very heavy snow for North, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Maybe some freezing rain on the southern side of this. Some snow showers and stuff going on for Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, potentially seeing some snow showers there. Seeing some snow showers, some lake effect possibly here to the northeast potentially, but nothing too big there. Most of the big storm is going to be here in the Midwest around this time. We're going to keep fasting forward here around 3 p.m. We still see heavy snow. It's starting to move into portions of Iowa where that winter storm watch is in effect. We see quite a bit of snow here in North and South Dakota and a little bit in Nebraska. Maybe some snow flurries and stuff for Wyoming, Utah, Colorado potentially here, as you can see, and all the snow continues to move farther south here on the malls. Let's keep looking here around 9 p.m. Still seeing snow moving down. Now starting to move down into Kansas, into Nebraska. Still for Iowa, a little bit of Illinois here starting to get into it. So some snow showers behind here in Wyoming and Colorado. Not much going on for the Northeast around this time. So yeah, we're going to keep fasting forward. We see around 3 o'clock in the morning, so that snow starts to move into Missouri, Kansas, Illinois. We start seeing some snow, or we continue to see some snow in Nebraska and Iowa. Looks like most of the snow will be moved out of most of North and South Dakota. Maybe a little bit left over in South Dakota, but most of it should be clearing out. Looks like by 3 a.m. Saturday morning, looks like most of it will be southeast to you guys there. So yeah, just keep fasting forward. We still see very heavy snow here, getting very close to Arkansas here. Seeing it possibly some areas in Kentucky starting to get into it. Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska. So those are some areas, and we continue to see snow into 3 p.m. for these areas of Kansas, starting to get into maybe a little bit Oklahoma. Arkansas, Missouri, as I said, southwestern Missouri in particular. Rain showers going on for Arkansas and Mississippi. Maybe some stronger thunderstorms for Louisiana, maybe 3 p.m. on Saturday, possible. So we're going to have to watch that very closely. And we're going to keep going forward. We see possibly a line of thunderstorms, maybe even strong thunderstorms. We'll have to watch that closely around 9 p.m. on Saturday. We'll have to watch that line. And then we're going to have heavy snow for Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois. All seeing snow here. And then maybe a little bit of severe weather could be going on for these areas potentially for Saturday. We'll have to watch that the next few days. And then this is as far as we can go. 12 a.m. on Sunday morning. Shows still some snow for southern Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky. Looks like southwestern Kentucky, and then maybe just a little bit of Tennessee there. And then rain showers going on for portions of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Okay, we'll look at the snowfall totals here. This is the area where we're going to look at the snowfall totals the most probably, because this is the one that's coming up very soon. When we look at the snowfall totals for the Northeast, it'll likely change over the next few days, and it will in this region too. But this one's a lot more closer, and this one, the more closer we get to it, the more accurate the totals will be. So that's why I'm going to focus more on these totals than the Northeast and stuff. So we are seeing, we're going to just zoom in a little bit toward the Midwest just to see how much snow there is for these areas. And we're seeing about probably some areas of 10 inches near Minnesota, possibly near South Dakota, near 10 inches. Maybe Iowa, northern Iowa, getting close to 9 to maybe close to 10 inches there. I wouldn't depend on this one in Missouri, but it shows a little pocket here of near 18 to 23 inches. I wouldn't say that. That'll likely change in the next few updates. We'll have to watch that though very, very closely if that stays there for a little while. So, but it shows here that there could be that much, but I really don't expect that much. I would say in Missouri maybe probably 6 to 12, at most 12. So I don't think there will be 23 inches, but you never know as the models go that far out. And then maybe some 7, 8 inches for North Dakota into South Dakota potentially. So that's possible. Let's go a little more south here to just see some of the areas more south of Missouri. It looks like Arkansas. Let's see, probably about, let's say, 2 to 5 it shows here. Because I wouldn't go as high as 11 inches. Um, for Kentucky and Tennessee, it looks like 5 to 6 inches, maybe some 2 inches here. This is as far out as the model goes by this time, so yeah, this doesn't affect Northeast by this time. For the Northeast, we're going to have to look at the GFS model. So, now we're going to look at the GFS model, like I said, here, and yeah, we're going to go to the 12Z run, because it's actually updating it to 18Z right now, as of the time of recording this. So, right now we are looking at about 6 a.m. on Friday morning, I think it is. Yeah, Friday morning. It looks like we're seeing snow for these areas. I think this is actually a little earlier than what the NAM 12 kilometer said. So it's in, looks like portions of North South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa. There's snow in these areas on Friday morning. It'll continue to move more south around 6 p.m. Some snow still going on for the Midwest here. Snow starts to move down into Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, potentially, and then it moves out, and that's when it starts to move toward the northeast. This is something interesting. I wouldn't depend on this quite yet. It's still about 84 or more hours out, but this is going to be very interesting if this does play out. So we see snow tries to develop on the northern side of the storm here, maybe some stronger thunderstorms south of here. So we're going to see that snow here become heavier in a bigger area here. It looks like full portions of West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, still in portions of Missouri potentially seeing some snow, but this is still a little far out, so this could definitely change. And then this will move up toward the northeast. Looks like some heavier snow if this does play out on the GFS for portions of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, West Virginia, some very heavy rain, maybe some flash flooding for South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. That'll be another threat we'll have to watch for, maybe some flooding down there, so we'll have to watch that very closely too. Then we're going to move forward here around 6 a.m. We see snow for northeast here. New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine seeing snow. Most of that rain moving out. Maybe a little bit of rain for Connecticut and Rhode Island potentially. So yeah, but no, not much other rain, heavy rain left here by this time. And then as we go forward, around 6 p.m. on Tuesday, looks like the snowstorm moves out of these regions, and it's out of our hairs, and looks like most of the U.S. is pretty dry, according to the GFS, if that does play out that way. So let's look at the snowfall totals according to the GFS here. I'll take a minute here. Total snowfall here. Actually, I push total 24. Okay, here we are. And this is what it looks like here. The GFS does kind of agree. It moves that spot a little more east, it looks like, toward the Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois borders, somewhere near there. Looks like it shows the heavier amounts I believe that more than I believe right in this area. But we'll still have to watch that. I wouldn't depend on this quite yet. Still a little far out, so I wouldn't depend on that. But for up here, it looks like 8 to 11 inches potentially, proportion of the Midwest. So that's possible up there. Into Kansas City, St. Louis, 2 to 3 inches, maybe some 4 and isolated 5 spots. Southern Missouri, it's possible to get maybe uh, 4 to 8 inches potentially. I wouldn't quite go this high quite yet until we get closer, maybe. But right now, I'd leave it toward like 4 to 8 inches, somewhere in there, I would say. And then as it moves toward the northeast, I'm not going to pay attention too much. I'll talk about some of these totals, but I really don't know about this quite at the moment. I wouldn't worry about this quite yet, because it's still quite far out. It could still shift north, east. It could shift east. It can shift south. It could shift west. It could shift in any direction. But the areas we'll have to watch though for sure is more these areas here, because those are the highest amounts as of right now in this model, and on the last small runs, that area, it's been becoming more likely to move into that area, it looks like, on the latest small runs, but still that could change as time goes on. But it looks like if it did move into the northeast and was a major snowstorm, according to this model, you could see potentially, it looks like here on this model, anywhere from 6 to near 12 inches potentially. Very isolated spots of 12 to maybe 16 inches here. And then this area here, it shows the heaviest near 12 to maybe near 20 inches here. So those are very high amounts it's predicting here. So yeah, this area looks like the most likely area right now that's going to get snow for sure. But this area, we're going to be still watching over the next few days. Wouldn't be um, like um, worrying right now, but I would just be watching this the next few days because um, it could move up here. But the models could definitely change on the snow amounts and all that in these regions. That's why I wouldn't pay attention as much for these regions. I would definitely pay attention to these regions though more because it's closer and the snow totals look a lot more real than the ones shown for the northeast. So yeah, I'd be watching this area for sure. I'd be preparing if you're in these areas for sure the next few days. Then in a few days, this area will have to watch for maybe some snow. But I'll provide updates on it. But let's stay tuned for now and see what the models say at that point. We're just going to real briefly look at, before we end the video, I want to look at the CMC model real quick. The CMC, this is a model that I look at. This one is accurate most of the time. Um, so yeah, I like to look at this one when we can, because GFS usually isn't always right about what's coming up. I like to look at this model sometimes, and we see here around 6 a.m. some snow moving down into Midwest for Kansas City and stuff. For the southern Missouri seeing snow, and then it shifts toward the northeast. Um, and then very heavy snow it shows for Pennsylvania, New York, heading into Maine and stuff, and then moving out according to what it shows, and then it drying for the southeast, but maybe the northwest seeing some snow showers here according to the CMC. So snowfall here, probably it looks quite similar to the GFS. It looks similar. It looks like heavy amounts in southeastern Missouri, Kentucky, some of those areas, but it's still a little far out, and we'll see if that occurs. And it looks like a lot of the same amounts for the northeast here, maybe some lower amounts for these areas here. So yeah, we'll have to watch that in the next few days. That's something we'll continue to watch here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching though. I'll try to provide updates the next few days. Maybe a live stream or two. I just took a break for 2 days. I went a little break and had some stuff going on the last 2 days. If you checked out my community tab, I always provide my updates on there. I'll provide severe weather updates, stuff like that on the community tab. there. So the way you get to the community tab, you just gotta click on my channel. Then there's tabs up top that says home, videos, playlists, other like channels, about, and there should be a community tab. Just push on that, and I put information on there, polls and stuff, all on there. So if you want updates on weather, usually I have it on the community tab. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and see you